friends, Krista here with Books and Jams. It is Friday morning and I decided that I'm going to do a reading vlog this weekend. I got back from the Dominican Republic last Saturday and I feel like it's taken me a really long time to get back to reality in a way and kind of feel like myself again. Not in a bad way. It was such an amazing trip, but yeah, it's just been hard to come back and feel like myself. It is now September 21st and I have only completed one book this month, and it was an audiobook that I started in August. So I feel like having a little reading weekend will help motivate me for the last 9 days of the month to get some things finished. I had high hopes for this being a sequel September and moving forward in a bunch of sequels that I had started, but that has not been the case at all. Given I was gone for 8 days and leading up to the trip was a lot of time spent packing and getting ready for that trip. So I'm not trying to be hard on myself, but I need to get some books read. So here are some things that I'll be reading throughout the next couple days. I'm doing a buddy read with a group of people started by Stephanie from That's What She Read of John Connolly's The Book of Lost Things. We're supposed to be reading a chapter a day. I was behind, but I am now caught up, except I didn't read yesterday's chapter. So I'm right on track with this. The chapters are not very long, but I'll be reading this a little bit over the next couple days. The book that I brought with me on my trip, but I didn't read very much because we were very busy and I had other things as my focus. But I am reading The Well of Ascension, which currently is the only sequel that I've even started, which is actually not true. I did start an audiobook. I'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, so this is the second book in the Mistborn trilogy. I'm not even close to halfway. I'm only about a quarter of the way through, maybe close to a third, but this is really good. I'm loving it. I keep wanting to peek ahead to see what's going to happen, but I'm refraining. But yeah, hopefully during this weekend, I'll be able to pick this one up a little bit. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a buddy read with Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library, and we're going to be reading Beartown. So I said we could start this on Saturday. I have a feeling this is going to be a quick read. I'm hoping to get drawn right into it and want to just read it until it's done. I'm hoping that that's the case. I feel like that would help motivate me for the rest of the weekend. But yeah, I've heard nothing but good for this. I have high hopes and expectations, and yet there's a part of me that is scared that I'll be the one person that doesn't like it. But I've loved both of the other Bachman books that I've read, so I'm pretty confident that I'll enjoy this one as well. And then finally, the fourth book that I want to start this weekend is the book for my Goodreads read-along group, The Wonder by Emma Donoghue. I have not yet even started it. Yikes. So I have people already having discussion and talking about their thoughts in the group, and I haven't even looked at those because I don't want to be spoiled for anything. So I do need to pick this up and at least get started this weekend. So those are the 4 books that you'll be seeing over the next little bit. I'll share some thoughts as I go. I'm planning to do a cozy reading night both Friday and Saturday. So hopefully on Instagram, you will have seen that if you follow me there. If not, the link is down below. Follow me on Instagram. Yeah, so in my stories, I will be having cozy reading nights for both Friday and Saturday. So that will give me some good chunk of reading time. But now I need to finish getting ready for work. I will be nannying today. There's 4 kids that I nanny on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. The 2 older ones are in school until I pick them up. But the 2 littles kind of have a quiet time or nap time at the same time. So I do have a little bit of time. I think I will bring The Wonder with me today to get this started during nap time. So hopefully I'll get a little chunk of that read. I'm also way behind in responding to comments from the 8 days that I was gone. I did pre-film and post 3 videos while I was gone, so I have a ton of comments to catch up on. So if you're wondering why I haven't responded to you, don't worry, it's coming, but I kind of do that little bit here and there. So hopefully I will get those all caught up by the end of the weekend as well. I am expecting some rain this weekend, which will be wonderful to cozy up with and drink some tea and read some books. So stay tuned. It's going to be a great weekend. I am now at work. It is just a couple hours later, not even a couple, I think only about an hour and a half later after that first clip. But I thought I'd tell you that I brought The Wonder with me to work today. I showed up and the baby is already down for her nap, and the little 4-year-old doesn't come home from preschool for about 45 minutes or so. So I'm going to take advantage of this time and get started with The Wonder and hopefully finish the first section that I had split it up into for the Goodreads group. But I also wanted to mention that I'm also listening to A Closed and Common Orbit by Becky Chambers on audiobook. That is book 2 of the Wayfarer trilogy. I think that might be what it's called. I read The Long Way to a Small Angry Planet just a few months ago and really loved it, and I'm looking forward to continuing. I found it on Hoopla, so I'm reading that while I am like in the car or when I go for a walk, hopefully later today. We'll see if that happens, but I'm also listening to that. So I have actually 5 books that I'm hoping to make progress in this weekend. So here I go. Time to start reading The Wonder. I'll talk with you later. Well, it is time for me to hit the hay, go to bed. I'm so tired. Still kind of recovering from my trip, I think, but just ready for bed tonight. I would call tonight a very successful reading night. I read 2 more chapters in The Well of Ascension. This is a slower going book for me, for sure, than the first one in the series. This is the second book, but I am still very interested. It's just slower paced, so I'm making my way slowly through it. I also got caught up on the Book of Lost Things. I keep the cover on this one because it's so pretty. I'm really enjoying this. It is a pretty dark and twisted tale. A lot of fairy tale elements, and a lot of fairy tales are in there, but totally twisted. Like, for example, Snow White is a big, fat, cranky lady. It's a lot of fun. There's a few creepy elements. I feel like there's going to be some kind of big reveal, so I'm looking forward to continuing with this. I'm probably about 2/3 of the way done, so I'm looking forward to finishing this one before the end of the month. And then also tonight I read the rest of chapter 1 of The Wonder. This is for my Goodreads read-along group, like I said before, and yeah, it took me a little bit to get into it. Earlier today I read the beginning of this. It took me a little to get into it. The first chapter is 62 pages, which is way too long. Like, what's up with long chapters? I like short chapters. But I am into it now. There's this nurse who travels to Ireland to see this girl who hasn't eaten anything in 4 months. The girl comes from a very religious Roman Catholic family, and so they kind of see this as like a miracle, a gift from God type of a thing. The nurse, Lib, who comes, is there to observe and find out what's really going on, and she is incredibly cynical and suspicious of the whole thing. She's convinced that somehow Anna, the little girl, is getting food, so she thinks someone's sneaking it to her, or she's sneaking it herself, but she's there to observe and just figure out what's going on. That's pretty much where chapter 1 ended, with her arriving at the house, meeting the family, and starting her watch. I believe there's 2 women who are going to take turns watching this girl to figure out what's going on. Lib is also very judgmental and like almost racist, like says some horrible things about Ireland and Irish people, and doesn't sit well with me, but I'm looking forward to seeing how she develops and changes throughout this book. I'm hoping that she has some good character development. So yeah, this should be a good one to continue, but that is it for me this evening. I will check back in with you in the morning.
Happy Saturday morning. I am very excited because, excuse me, it is a gorgeous, gorgeous day here today. And I know soon we're getting rain for like 8 days in a row or something. So I'm really hoping to get outside again today for a walk, maybe a little bit of running mixed in. But as of right now, I am headed to my church. I have a meeting for the worship team. I play piano and sing at my church on Sundays, and so I'm headed there. We're going to have a catered breakfast, so I'm super excited about that. I did not eat anything this morning. I kind of took my time getting up. I haven't read or anything. I had a bit of a headache this morning, so I laid in bed and watched a movie on my phone, which is ridiculous because my phone is not very big, but when you're in bed, it doesn't matter. So I'm headed to church. I think I passed another church on the way that's having a yard sale, or like at the church, so I'm hoping to stop at that on the way home. But I do have some goals for today. I would like to obviously read my chapter of the Book of Lost Things for the day. I want to read chapters 2 and 3 of Wonder that's the next section in my Goodreads group comments or whatever discussions. So I want to read the next section, 2 and 3. I would like to read like 50 pages or so of The Well of Ascension, and I'm also starting Beartown today, and we'll chat with Lindsay from Lindsay's Little Library about that. So 4 books that I'm reading, and hopefully if I go for some kind of a walk or run, I'll also listen to more of A Closed and Common Orbit. Other than that, I need to film a video today. I'm totally out of practice. I did put up 3 videos last week, but I had pre-filmed them well before my trip so that I knew I could post them while I was gone to the Dominican Republic. So it's been over 2 weeks since I filmed, and it's hard to get back into the swing of things, but there's a lot of videos in my mind, and I keep watching videos that I'm like, oh, that would be a really fun video to make. So I have a lot of videos to make, but even if I can just get one done today, I'll be thrilled. I had another goal for the day. I do want to make the zucchini taco boats for dinner tonight, so that will take a little time, but I don't have any plans other than this church meeting, so it should be a good day to get stuff done. I need to clean my house. I have a stack of mail that needs to be gone through and some bills that need to be paid, all that stuff. So I need to take care of some housekeeping today as well. So hopefully I will check in a couple times throughout the day and let you know how I'm doing on all of those goals for my Saturday. Talk to you soon. So I just got back a little bit ago from my meeting at church, and on the way home I stopped at some yard sales and I got these Calvin Klein sunglasses for $1. I break sunglasses or lose them all the time, so spending $1 is about my limit. So I was very excited to find these. I think they're kind of cute, but I'll take them off so that you can see my tired looking face while I talk. I just wanted to say that I'm so thankful to go to a church that appreciates its volunteers. Usually when you're serving or volunteering at a church, you're not doing it for the praise or the accolades, but it is nice to know that you're seen and appreciated, and that they spend time to do some training and just keep you in the loop with things. And that's really what today's meeting was for the worship team. And I'm just very thankful. We got these cute little candy bags. I took one of each because they're candy, and this one says "You're so sweet," and the other one says "It's been such a treat to have you as a volunteer." Cheesy puns, but so cute. And I also won a prize. I got this mug that says "Like a Boss." It's a nice big mug, and it has a Target gift card. What a sweet treat. And some tea that is organic, what does it say? Organic baked cinnamon apple, which sounds delicious. I love anything apple in the fall, so this is a really fantastic fall tea that I'm excited to try. So that was just really nice. And then at the yard sales, I did pick up a couple books, so I just wanted to show you those now because I don't think I'm going to have a haul in September. I have only acquired 3 books, and 2 of them I got today, so I'm just going to show you all 3 of them. Oh golly, my hair is crazy. I'm just going to show you all 3 of them now. So the first one is actually from a little free library near one of the families where I work, and I've decided this is my favorite little free library. I found some really good ones there, and I need to bring some books because I never have any with me when I'm at work to put in there, but I need to do that soon because I always pick up good ones. And this is The Girl Before by J.P. Delaney. It's a thriller, so I haven't honestly even read the synopsis because I don't want to know anything about it. I'm excited to have this. It's in beautiful, perfect condition. And then today at the 2 yard sales I stopped at, I got a book at each. And the first one is a YA, like fairy tale retelling type of thing. This is Isle of the Lost, and I believe this is like children of villains, or maybe villains and other fairy tale characters are all at this boarding school, I believe, on some island. So I'm excited to read this. I love anything that is fairy tale related, so that should be a fun read. And also a historical fiction. I believe it's set in the 20s, maybe like just post World War I, so like early 20s. This is Moonlight Over Paris, and yeah, I didn't really read anything about this one other than there's a letter on the back, so I'm like, hopefully there's some letters inside. I love when there are some letters in books. Yeah, I do see some. It's not epistolary, not the whole thing is letters, but there are some letters. But it's set in the 20s and it happens in France, clearly, so I feel like that will be a fun read, and it was only $25, so yay for that. Those are the only 3 books I think I'm going to haul in September. I haven't gotten any packages or mail that's books, sadly, but I haven't really requested anything lately either, so that's on me.
But the last thing I want to do before I go back in and read is I'm going to be running a poll to decide on the book for the October book for my Goodreads read-along group. I can't decide between these 3 books which one I want to have be the book for the month. So what I'm doing is I'm running a poll in the Goodreads group. So if you're already a part of the group, you will have seen that poll already because I'm going to send that message out today. But I just thought I'd ask on here too in case any of you are not yet a part of my Goodreads read-along group, or if you have an opinion about which one you think we should read. Hopefully you'll be able to see this video right away and answer the poll. Hi, how are you? So the 3 books that I'm thinking, one of them is from my 2018 TBR shelf, one of them is a reread, and one of them is an adaptation that I'm very interested in watching. So first of all, the one from my 2018 TBR shelf is The Power from Naomi Alderman. This, I believe, is kind of set in a world where women have all the power, so it's kind of like a flipped reality. So the women have all the power and I believe can inflict pain on men, electricity or something. I'm not exactly sure. I have heard quite a few mixed reviews on this, but I feel like this could have some really good discussion. This is in my book of the month pile of books that I'm hoping to read this year. And I have a feeling if I don't get to it soon, I might not read it this year. So we'll see. But yeah, so this is option 1. The reread that I'm really interested in because I feel like it's such a good fall book. And I read it before BookTube Day. So it's been like 3 years or so since I've read this. And that is The Shadow of the Wind by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. And this is a very well-loved book. I think I enjoyed it when I read it, but I'm not sure that I loved it as much as other people that I've heard talk about it. But maybe if I reread it, I will enjoy it even more. This is set just post World War II about a boy named Daniel, and it takes place in Spain. He is allowed to go into this big library of books and take one for himself that he has care of. This book kind of becomes super important to him, and he wants to go look for other books by the same author, and those books are being systematically destroyed. So there's this bit of a mystery surrounding why these things are happening. It's a book about books, and it just has a lot of fall vibes. So I'm very interested in rereading this, and I think fall is the perfect time. So this is option 2. And the third one is the shortest and probably the one that I'm the most interested in reading for October, and that's Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. This is an adaptation that I've heard people talk about being a really, really good adaptation, and I would really like to watch it, but of course I want to read the book first. I don't know anything about this because it is a little bit of a thriller. I think I have seen bits and pieces of the trailer for the series, or I think it's a mini series that they made the adaptation into. So yeah, the only other Gillian Flynn that I've read is Gone Girl. I am interested in reading more from her. Gone Girl was pretty twisted, but it was a fun read, and I would like to read more. So this is a really short one, which might be nice for October. So here are those 3 books. Please, if you're interested in putting your opinion in, I'll put the poll up so that you can do that. I might go for a walk now because it's so nice out. I actually have 2 books that need to go back to the library. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go put walking clothes on and take the 2 books back that need to go to the library. The library is about a mile from my house, so it'll be a good little bit of exercise as well. Talk to you later. It is now Sunday afternoon, and I'm just getting home from work. It's 2 o'clock, 2:15. Not work, church. But we had a fall kickoff today, so we had a special lunch after church, which was really fun, and then I stayed to help clean up. So I'm just now getting home, and I have dinner at my cousin's tonight, so I'm not going to have as long to read today, but I have about an hour and a half, which is good because I did not meet all of my goals for yesterday. So today I would like to finish at least chapter 2 in The Wonder and read a little bit further in Beartown, along with my 1 chapter for the day in the Book of Lost Things. These chapters are really short, which I love, so this one won't take me very long. I'll probably start with that and then finish up chapter 2 of The Wonder, and then if I have any time, I will move on to Beartown. So I am going to get to reading. It is now Sunday night, and I need to go to bed. I'm very tired. So I'm going to wrap this up because I didn't get very much reading done today at all. I did end up finishing chapter 2 of The Wonder, though, and that was really my main goal for the day, but I did not break into any more of Beartown, and I did not touch Well of Ascension, and I did not read my chapter from the Book of Lost Things, but I can easily catch up on that one tomorrow because the chapters are so short. I will be bringing probably Beartown with me to work tomorrow because those chapters are short as well, and I'm very interested. That first chapter of Beartown is by far, from my memory, the best first chapter, first page. It's really like a paragraph and a sentence or two. Completely drew me into the story. So I'm very interested in continuing with that one. I'm only about 4 or 5 chapters in. Again, they're pretty short, so it's pretty good. I'm excited to finish that one. But I want to get all of these uploaded to my computer tonight so I can start putting the video together while I'm at work tomorrow. I was hoping to get it posted tonight, but I ended up going to my cousin's house for dinner, an hour and 15 minutes away. And my brother came with me, so I did not listen to an audiobook in the car. That could have been 2.5 hours of A Closed and Common Orbit, but we chatted instead, of course, and listened to some music. But that's it for me for tonight. Sorry this reading vlog is not incredibly exciting. I realize I already knew that I'm not that great at vlogging, but just thought I'd give you a little glimpse into my weekend. And yeah, that's it. Go ahead and chat with me down in the comments below. I always love chatting with you guys down there. And I'll be talking to you in another video soon. Bye.